A big tragedy struck Ukraine as Russia struck their training ground. It's day 11:05 of Russia's operation in Ukraine. Let's dive deeper. Starting from the southern front at Velika Novosilka. Ukraine's difficulties continue as Russia continues to make steady gains on this front. Russia has almost penetrated around 7 kilometers deep after Ukraine lost the city. However, their last hope for stopping Russian forces is near, that is their main defensive line. Since our last reports, Russian forces have made significant gains. Previously, we saw how they pushed Ukrainian forces to Burlatska and Skonay after they captured big areas in the open fields. But without any strong defenses in these villages, Ukrainian forces were not able to hold for much longer. According to the latest reports, after 48 hours of fighting, Russian forces were successfully able to take this big area under their control. Now it will be the assaults on the main defense line. If this line fails, Ukraine is in very big trouble. Now recently a big tragedy struck Ukraine. I am not talking about the bad meeting that happened in the US, but near front lines. Apparently, while a Russian Orlan drone was performing reconnaissance deep into Ukrainian territory, it spotted Ukrainian units training in the open field. This was a training field near Cherkasska in Dnipro Oblast. Seeing the opportunity, it quickly launched a missile strike on the training facility. Strike was done by cluster ammunition. In the footage shared by the Russian Ministry of Defense, we can see many Ukrainian soldiers running and then strike from cluster ammunition. According to Russian sources, Ukraine suffered around 200. But many people were skeptical of the claims, believing it didn't do much damage. However, they were proven wrong. The commander of Ukrainian forces from this region released a public statement, acknowledging the loss of their soldiers from this strike. He also said to launch a special investigation to find out people responsible for gathering these many soldiers in a single area. This is a big tragedy, as there is a good chance that Ukrainian soldiers training here were young, newly recruited. Now moving to the Toretsk front. Recently we were proven wrong. The battle we thought was finished has restarted. And this time Russia made a mistake. Apparently, after Russian forces captured most of the city, and only few of the buildings remained at the outskirts, they redeployed their forces to other areas. And this was a mistake, as Ukrainian forces, after regrouping, launched a counterattack in the city. It is reported they have recaptured these big areas and regained a foothold in the city. The Russian group here is in a critical situation, as they could be encircled, as Ukrainians are pushing for encirclement. It is likely that Ukrainian special forces are performing this counterattack, as they would want quick penetration to force Russians to redeploy their forces back. Subscribe for more frontline updates. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.